For decades, the BMW M3 owned the Nürburgring. Rear-wheel drive, six-figure engineering, lap times in the 728 range, the benchmark that separated real performance from marketing. Then in April 2023, a front-wheel drive Honda hatchback clocked a 744 on the same 20-kilometer circuit. A gap everyone assumed was permanent shrank to seconds. And that story starts with the track that made the M3 a legend. The Nürburgring Nordschleife spans over 20 kilometers of brutal, shifting asphalt. With dramatic elevation changes, blind crests, and violent compressions, it remains the ultimate validation ground for chassis dynamics. Since 1986, when the original E30 M3 debuted as a high-revving, road-homologated racer, BMW has used this historic circuit to define its high-performance brand. For 6 generations, the M3 has been honed on this unforgiving pavement. In 2003, the lightweight E46 M3 CSL set an early benchmark with a 7-minute, 50-second lap, a feat that entered automotive mythology. This success cemented a fundamental engineering formula: a balanced rear-wheel drive chassis, immense stopping power, and a highly responsive engine that gave drivers absolute confidence when braking, turning, and putting power down. Today, that pedigree commands a premium. The track-focused G80 M3 CS carries a 6-figure price tag of over $120,000. Yet, it backs up that premium status on the track, recording an official factory lap time of 7 minutes and 28.76 seconds. Even the heavy G81 M3 touring wagon, utilizing modern xDrive all-wheel drive, tamed the circuit in 7 minutes and 35.06 seconds. These times prove that while straight-line power is impressive, the M3's true strength lies in its ability to conquer the world's most demanding racetrack, establishing a standard that enthusiasts believed no ordinary car could ever challenge. The Honda Civic is globally recognized as a sensible, everyday family hatchback. Yet, beneath this mainstream practical identity lies a lineage of extreme engineering. Through a decade-long evolution, from the raw, turbocharged FK2 and the aggressive FK8 to the refined FL5, Honda has steadily pushed the limits of its front-wheel drive architecture. This layout naturally invites enthusiast skepticism. Traditional racetrack physics dictate that high-performance driving demands rear-wheel drive to split vehicle dynamics. In a front-wheel drive setup, the front tires bear a massive combined burden. They must steer, handle heavy braking, and transfer engine torque to the pavement all at once. Over a brutal 20-kilometer lap, this continuous workload leads to rapid heat buildup, accelerated tire wear, and terminal understeer. The cultural mismatch between a common Japanese hatchback and a 6-figure German performance icon is vast, raising doubts about whether any front axle could preserve control on such a relentless circuit. On April 20, 2023, Honda turned theoretical ambition into verified data. Under clear skies, a factory specification Civic Type R completed a timed run of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, stopping the clocks at 7 minutes, 44.881 seconds. The run did not rely on private stopwatches or unofficial estimates. The timing followed the strict, standardized Nürburgring rules established in 2019. Under these regulations, a vehicle must complete the full 20.832-kilometer configuration, starting and ending at the exact same point on the T13 straight, with independent track officials certifying the result. Unlike older, shorter lap measurements of 20.6 kilometers that bypassed parts of the main straight, this full-distance run left no room for timing discrepancies. Honda presented the 7-minute, 44-second lap as a new production front-wheel drive benchmark rather than a mere personal best. At the time of the run, it established the FL5 Generation Type R as the fastest front-wheel drive production car ever recorded at the circuit. This production classification carries specific parameters. This was a factory-built car, retaining its standard cabin and road-legal status rather than a stripped-down racing special. The run used an optional track-focused Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 Connect tire, available to customers directly through official channels. While these conditions represent a highly optimized manufacturer effort on a clear track with specialized rubber, rather than a casual drive on standard commuter tires, The resulting Nürburgring certificate and telemetry data established an undeniable, documented reality. Independent databases and global automotive reports quickly verified the run, validating the hot hatchback's place on the world's most unforgiving timing board. This milestone does not mean a practical Japanese hatchback suddenly outruns every six-figure rear-wheel drive M3 in a direct head-to-head race. A nominal gap of roughly 10 to 17 seconds still separates the two vehicles, depending on which M3 variant is on the track. Direct lap time comparisons are always qualified, heavily influenced by shifting track temperatures, weather, traffic, and highly optimized tire compounds rather than identical laboratory conditions. Instead, the comparison works because of the venue itself. By testing its limits on the exact same asphalt that established the M3's engineering pedigree, the hatchback borrows a powerful symbol of performance legitimacy. It directly challenges the traditional belief that serious, high-speed track capability is the exclusive domain of expensive, rear-wheel drive sports sedans. The contrast between a sensible, everyday family car and a premium German icon is stark. Yet, by proving itself in this arena, the hatchback closed a dynamic gap that many enthusiasts assumed was physically impossible. This leaves an unresolved mechanical mystery. How did Honda's engineering team manage to overcome the severe physical penalties inherent to a front-wheel drive layout to make such a performance possible? The FL5 overcomes the front-wheel drive penalty by treating the front axle as an integrated thermal and mechanical system. The core of this solution is a dual-axis front strut geometry. By separating steering and suspension forces, this design prevents the wheel hub assembly from twisting under load, maintaining a flat tire contact patch, and neutralizing torque steer. To exit tight corners without losing traction, a helical limited slip differential redirects torque to the outer tire with the most grip. Meanwhile, a set of Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 Connect tires translates this torque directly into forward momentum, supported by Brembo 4-piston front calipers and dedicated cooling ducts that prevent brake fade during long, high-speed runs. But grip is only half the equation. The chassis must manage weight transfer across the Nürburgring's violent elevation changes. Honda equipped the vehicle with stiffer springs and adaptive dampers that adjust real-time compression to control body roll over uneven pavement. Functional aerodynamics, including a front splitter, underbody panels, and a prominent rear wing, generate significant downforce to stabilize the rear end at high velocities. This system allows the 315 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged engine to work effectively. At roughly 1,450 kilograms, the car uses its light footprint to maintain high cornering speeds, proving that total vehicle balance dictates track performance over raw power alone. This achievement represents a change in how enthusiasts interpret racetrack benchmarks. For decades, breaking the 8-minute barrier on the Nordschleife was reserved for expensive, rear-wheel drive sports cars. The Civic Type R's lap proves that careful execution can close a mechanical divide once considered permanent. It challenges the assumption that badge, price, and drive layout are absolute predictors of real-world velocity. While the BMW M3 retains its elite performance pedigree and remains the faster machine in absolute terms, the hatchback from a mainstream brand has altered the conversation, proving that engineering precision can level the playing field on the world's most demanding pavement. Today, track supremacy is no longer locked behind a six-figure price tag. As the boundaries of front-wheel drive physics shatter, heritage alone cannot guarantee victory. The badge might buy prestige, but speed is earned on the asphalt. Share your thoughts below.